Hey guys, I got 4 hours and 20 minutes to go. I don't actually have to be in Portsmouth until 9:15 on Monday morning, but officially I could get my dentist wherever my cousin is and just go and do that. I don't know. So anyway, 4 hours 20 minutes, but the irony is I'm in Wetherby and it reminds me of when I was a kid and I was at school and we were doing, I'm just trying to turn my fan off a minute, and we were doing geography at junior school, and the teacher asked us to find every place on the map that ended in a BY. So we had to go all around the map and ring everything like Salisbury, Wetherby. Now where I am now is the one place that I remember really clearly. Never really been here, but I remember it on that map. I don't think anything with travel has changed for me. It's going to be about changing my money mindset and also my own self-worth. Capitalism and money shouldn't be the answer, but I went to go and put some water into my window screen, yeah? So for those that don't know, if you don't drive a car, this here needs water in it. Otherwise, when you're driving, you can't see. And, you know, even that is a £1 coin. And it was like, oh, I had to dribble out the water that was just hanging in there just to give my window a bit of a wash. And it's just not good enough. I just can't do this benefit living anymore. I really can't. I have to find my way in the world. I have to find where it is, where my space is. I know at every service station I stop at, the moment I go in, the big red X is right there. And I know they're talking about the X's on the motorway, but when you come in and you've got such a bright message saying, don't ignore the red cross, and it's like, yeah, I can't ignore it. And as Amber's been going through my emails, she's been going, did this get done? Did that get done? And one was a Moulin Rouge masked ball. And that's what I was trying to put together as the big fundraiser for people who had been through trafficking, sexual, physical, emotional abuse, and how I could try to get as much trauma therapy for these sorts of people. So that's sort of where I am. It was too hard for me being there with Dean because that is his home. And after everything that he's been through, it's like he's projecting onto me what people have done to him. And I understand and I get it, but I'm not strong enough for that at the moment. I need to feel secure with my man, and that isn't my man, so to say. So I decided that I just couldn't be there and feeling like, and I could have dropped all of my balls again and literally just made a home, come up here, sold my car, got a van, taken all my stuff down, made a home there. But I know full well that it doesn't matter. Dean has to go through this alone now, and he has to. He's more than welcome to come and spend Christmas with us. I don't mind that. But these next couple of days, I want to really get my shit in order. So literally, I can just get on. And I was looking at the map, and even now, I'm thinking, oh, do we stop off somewhere? And I was thinking, would it be really cool to have a credit card? I've never had a credit card, but I don't want a credit card. But wouldn't it be nice to have an account card, at least, like a business card? But at the end of the day, the money's got to come from somewhere. And it doesn't matter whether you're a teacher at school teaching children, somebody is paying your wages. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor in a hospital, somebody is paying the wages. All these charities and all these fundraisers, people have got charity shops and all of these things. Do I need to get charity status? I don't know. Right now,
charity shop.
Charity shops. What's charity shops? We've got enough charity shops in the world, dude. But I'm literally I'm doing all right for petrol. I got 4 hours, 20 minutes to still go. That takes me all the way home. But then once I get home, I've already had a neighbour ring me to say the boys' window has blown open. So I did say to Dean, and the plan was that I was going to stay there until Saturday because he's got to go to the job centre, and he was going to drive back with us. So Shiloh's got his tooth coming out on Monday, and I just couldn't, like, take last night, right? No. I stayed, just 2 seconds, Elijah. Yes, go on then quickly.
Is there snow? Is there snow?
Is what no?
Is there snow?
No, we're out of snowland now. And this is the other thing as well. There's going to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful snow there.
Actually snowland?
And a big part of me, because Dean said to me, just come and treat it like a holiday home. Let's just go on holiday for a week at the place. And it was like, he was having a go at me because on the way there, I had like all of the stuff piled up here. Dean was sitting with stuff on his lap. The back boot was completely packed. And he was like, why you got all this stuff? And I was like, Dean, this is your stuff, mate. And it's just not practical. There's no washing machine. And yes, I could have spent the time there, ran around, got a washing machine, picked it up and all this stuff. But it was like, Elijah wet the bed, Shiloh wet the bed last night, right? And I'd finished doing as much as I could at about 3 o'clock last night. And then I sort of like, had washed all the bedding, hung the bedding. It was quite cold because he actually left the radiators on last night because obviously he didn't have the radiators on the night before. And bless him, he's now understanding the value and cost of gas, electric. There's men in these worlds that have got children with mothers on benefits, yeah? And they don't have to take responsibility for the bills and the home. And there's a lot of men like this in the world, yeah? And it means a lot of mums are sitting on benefits. And we get a bit pissed off. 2 seconds, because all of our money goes on all the bills, all the houses, and they come and go as they like. I believe that Dean is going to come through this next chapter. But when I got up this morning, I took the effort to strip one of the blankets and hand wash everything. And straight away, it's like, how are you going to dry this? How are you going to do that? It's like, Dean, I've already had to go through this, mate. I have already done 3 homes since we first ever came to Portsmouth. And he actually told me last night that his mum, his dad, all of his family, all of his friends have been telling him to go home, to get away from me, basically. I've already had this happen before. These people, like his brother Ray has met me a couple of times. His dad's met me, once, twice. His mum never, ever, ever met me. So I said to Dean this morning, if you are not going to your family and your friends saying, this is the woman that I love, this is the woman who is the greatest thing in the world, she is my queen, then I'm not surprised that those people are not accepting me as family. And if you're constantly back and forth, now I'm not saying that social haven't absolutely battered us and that Dean hasn't understood, but the fact is he's gone and got a private rental, even if it's not, the bond is not in a scheme or whatever, but that's not secure for me. But I tell you what, if Dean had done that when I found out I was pregnant with Elijah, we wouldn't have had social, mate. We wouldn't have had social. The only time they would have probably have come in is once I had registered with the doctor and the midwife. But officially, we could have got a private midwife. You don't have to work with the state if you can afford not to. And that's the situation I need to get myself in now. I need to get myself in that if I see a dentist and say, I gotta get my teeth done, I just pay my bill. I can't be a charity case anymore. It's tiring. It's hard. Amber has only just learnt today to work with somebody else, and that is wonderful and that is great. But I'm down here in the ground with the people that I came to help, and I've got stuck in it in a way that I've got to go and get some nice shoes. And I don't know if you remember, you see the photograph of me before I got arrested with David Cameron, and I was suited and booted in high heel shoes and wearing a lovely dress, and that's me. That is Kelly. I'm quite a high class chick, so to say. A lot of self-respect, a lot of dignity, and I've lost that. And I've lost that through having to go through social on one side, threatening that I might not keep the kid, with Dean and his family telling me, if you lose that kid, we'll kill you. And I've had to live with that for 6 years.
But yes.
Even my own mother, when I told her I was pregnant, she said, you're going to lose that kid. I can't get close to him. I'm not doing this. Even, 2 seconds, Elijah, but even when my Aunt Christine turned up at the courts for Aaron and Faith, she went in a private room with them and made things worse. So did my mum, so did everybody else. I need people who stand by me. Doesn't matter what I can do for you. Doesn't matter if I can't do anything for you. It's just people that appreciate and value me. Kelly the skater, Kelly the dancer, Kelly the person who has subluxations, dislocations and things like that. I am breathing. I got my little boys. They're in the car. We got to drive. This is real and raw, people. I have spent 9 years since the day that Aaron and Faith were taken, constantly keeping strong, constantly keeping myself going, constantly pushing through. Even once, obviously, Elijah came into the world, and carrying him in my womb, constantly in fight and flight. Really? Nobody's taking these kids. And it's just not a battle that I want to be in with Dean. I said to Dean, and he couldn't get it. And you all saw the video. You're mad, you're crazy. That's what he does to me, mate. It's right there on camera. That's what I've had to live with.
But Mum,
Yeah.
you've forgotten to tell him the seal.
Oh, well, we'll keep him with the seal. Where we were is a lovely, wonderful place. The boys could have a wonderful future there.
But tell
And
him
they
about
could.
the seal.
They know about the seal, darling. They watch the videos of the seal. I don't want to bite anybody at the moment, hence the seal. And at the end of the day, my window is open. There is going to be a bigger storm. All right, great. It's going to be snowing. But my trainers are already wrecked from just walking around in the snow today. The seals come off the front of my trainers already. And somebody's knocked on my door today at my house. So I've got to do this, guys. I could come back with Dean and we'll go into Christmas, and me getting into court is just going to take longer and longer and longer and longer. Until I make this happen, I don't get to prove my innocence. And I'm constantly going to be defending myself about new people coming into my life, around. Dean needs people that get him the way that you do. I love the man so much. I do. I tell everybody, that man's my king, mate. That man's my king. I adore him. I love him. But we've been through so much fucking shit that his fears of losing the 2 boys have caused more damage to me than Aaron and Faith being taken. And I need to heal. And the only way I'm going to heal...
Would you please stop crying?
No. No. No, darling. Tears and sadness and joy is good. And you're a little boy, yeah? And when you grow up, people will go, oh, real men don't cry. That is a coward's way out. Real men express themselves, whether they're happy, sad, angry, but what they have is emotional intelligence to have control and also to understand, Elijah, the feelings of other people. I'm very aware that it's not very easy to deal with somebody like me. Even Dean said, these people don't have to live with you, Kelly.
But I know.
But I need morning routine.
I'm upset. I'm upset.
I need Dean to be there at 5:30 in the morning for his kids, so I can literally get my trainers on, run down to that beach, not necessarily run, maybe skate, do my breathing, my meditation, my yoga, well not yoga, but my Pilates, swim in the sea and train. Now ideally I'd love to do that as a family, but getting 2 little boys up at 5:30 in the morning to go and swim in the sea, I don't know if I can quite do that yet in terms of my own belief systems.
Mum,
but all I would get is
That side we been.
fucking this one, fucking
That
that one.
side we been.
And then he says he doesn't say it.
Mum,
He's trying, he's learning. Yes, darling?
is that side we been?
Yeah, hang on 2 seconds, darling. I'm not driving away from Dean for good.
Let's go.
Dean needs to learn the value of a property. Not sofa surfing. Not being in... I think he's going to get a job as a postman. That's what he's thinking of doing. That's what he's always said. To just get a job as a postman. His music matters. His art matters. His dance matters. It's who he is. He just doesn't have the skills, tools or understanding. Even last night he came down and said, have you ever heard about affiliate link marketing, Kelly? Have you seen this link stuff? It's like, Dean, I've been trying to explain this to you for 7 years.
Mum, are you talking to Dad?
I've been trying to explain social media. Yes, darling.
Are you talking to Dad?
No, Daddy needs to paint his house at the moment. It's too cold for us there at the moment. And Daddy needs to get it to a level that we can come and visit and have a really nice time without all the stresses of... I really, really just wanted to get his gas topped up for him. But it's like, hang on a minute. He's got to know how it feels. And it's really hard for me to do this. I guess this is tough love. And if it doesn't work out and he loses that house, at least I've got mine. And he's more than welcome to come and be with his boys. But he's got to learn I was never here to take them boys from him too. I don't even know Jo, his ex. I know it probably connects up that she's a Russell and all of this sort of stuff, but it's got no, I didn't know Dean when I met him. I didn't go to Dean to have a child from him. And just as he keeps telling people that I had my kids taken off of me deliberately, no, this is not game.
Mum, I really
Okay, I turn it off. Had he had taken us to private rental,
I'm not talking about that.
we wouldn't have had all of this.
Mum,
It wasn't my choice to come
Mum.
here. Yes, darling.
I'm not talking about that.
What are you talking about, darling? I've got to go because I'm in an abnormal loads bay a minute.
I'm talking about
Juice?
Yeah.
I know, I'm not properly prepared. Milk, I've got some milk when I get home. Obviously, I've literally emptied everything for Dean to take up there and for the intentions of us being there for a week. I got some sales stuff at home, it's not a problem. I'm so grateful to like Lizzie, like seriously, unbelievably grateful. But I've got to sort my shit out. I've got to get this solicitor's firm done. I've got to get my websites done. I've got to work on me. And it isn't selfish to put yourself first. It isn't. It's not. It's called being responsible. And maybe Dean will realise now.
Where's my meal?
Ah. Hang on a minute. I can put yours and your brother's together and give you a little bit. I've got about 4 hours, 20 minutes left. I have thought, so if there's anybody York, I'm near York right now. I really don't mind taking a slow drive back, stopping, but I'm not sleeping in the car. I am tired. It's not going to be easy when I get back the other side because obviously I've already not been able to go for a wee because Shiloh's asleep in the car. So Elijah's had a wee in a bush. And yeah, I still need to travel. Dean said something as well, obviously, about him doing some graphing in the north. And it's like, so basically, even if I did come up, chances are I'm just going to be left there while you go off. I don't have any familiar faces. Portsmouth isn't my home. My home is in heaven, mate. My home is seated next to my Heavenly Father, and one day I'll be there. But until I am always breathing in this realm, I got a mission. Dean's confidence will cash up, but mine, I already sparkle. I don't need to be in anybody's shadow. Said so. There she is. I don't. And let's just say there'll be a lot that you'll learn about these 6 years, but I have to put it in my book, because the problem is people just report things, and then I have to deal with social, and then I have to deal with all of my paperwork. I was hoping to go there with Dean, come back and literally send the letter to say my property is still here, I'm putting an injunction on it, and worked with Dean. But Dean's got to get himself over his other 4 children and deal with what he's dealing. But his mother and father, mate, I'm going to have his mum, yeah? His mother has been doing all of this, and he's been thinking it's my mum, and it's not. It's been his mum, mate. Now, whatever issues Dean's been dealing with before he met me, don't take it out on me. Whatever their mothers have done to Dean before, don't take it out on me. I didn't take out what the previous people had done to me. I explained to Dean what I've been through, but this trauma has been caused by people making me scared that I'd lose my boys. I tell you straight, mate, any person try taking my kids from me, mate, I won't be dealing with you in the courts. So, I'm going to get stronger. I'm going to go and train. I need to swim. It's really important. My boys need it too. They need to be active. They need to be doing what they love. Their dad is their dad. They love him so much, don't we? Big kisses for daddy. Lots of love for daddy. But what we don't like is people playing with his head, causing him injuries. And it turns out that there's been a lot of people poison him against me. I'm not having it anymore. So I'm going to go home, sort my window out, clean my home, use Dean's wardrobes to put my clothes in. I might keep a little bit of space from him, but I don't think so for right now. He's got the keys to his home.
Mom, let's go.
And I ain't having sex, mate, until I'm getting married. And if I ain't getting married, my legs are staying closed. Anyway, if you do want to bump me, I'm obviously driving, so I can't answer my phone, read anything or do anything. I will get everything plumbed into a decent car so I can be active, and it's really cool because I love it, guys. I don't want to keep all your time, but I'm hoping one day you're not here either and you're sending me messages to go, I'm in so-and-so, I'm doing so-and-so. But yeah, I'm heading down. You've seen the map on the route that I'm going in. If anybody even if it's just bobbing for a quick coffee on my way down, I don't care if I get home at 6 o'clock in the morning. My